Alright everyone, welcome to another exciting Castlevania Aria of Sorrow race. Today we are going to have Halgorithm versus Luicho on an enemy randomizer. Here it'll be commented by myself, that Vivati, as well as Baxterus, and we also got LuichoX in today, if you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Vax.
Hello everyone, I'm LuichoX.
And if I remember correctly, this is a slot for the winners finals as well. So either Halgo or Luicho will get a slot in winners finals against Barracks. This is a pretty impactful match.
Yeah, it should be a good match. Both racers, runners, very skilled at the game. So it'll be great to see how this comes down. So we should be starting here in just a moment.
Yeah. Algorithm is such a tough opponent.
Yeah, he is just an incredibly talented player, honestly. I've watched a lot of the races.
I think he's the player with the most elo in the tournament on race time. That's a lot by itself.
I do think so, yeah. I was about to say, I'm not sure whether it was him or Barracks. I know it's kind of like close between like the top like 3 or 4 players, so.
Alright, we are about to be off to the races here.
And for those who don't know, this is what's being colloquially referred to as like enemy randomizer. So enemies will have stats and elemental weakness randomized. And all enemy placements are randomized. The inverse souls mean enemies will drop their usual soul, but enemies are just going to be, like I said, randomly placed.
Which can be nice, or it could be evil.
Shout out to Big Golem.
Oh, positron in this starting shop.
Very expensive, though.
No rock suit. Okay, it's very decent shop to start.
Oh, wow, no kidding. And the leather armor already selling for 4,500, which is, I'd imagine both are probably going to sell the leather armor for the positron rifle. But also, Killer Mantle is a huge pickup.
For sure.
Looks like Halgorithm picked up Gorgon as well. I did not see what Luicho did, just to kind of get some additional constitution to offset selling the armor.
They both go the same. I think that's the correct outcome, like to have a weapon since the start.
Yeah, and especially a weapon that's going to remain as consistently as useful as Positron Rifle is very nice. Especially because Positron Rifle, as long as Julius doesn't roll fire resistant, pretty much solves that fight very safely for you.
Black Panther right off the bat down here.
Always love seeing Black Panther that early.
Finding that the castle looping in on itself there.
Oh.
If they ever need a quick route to the end of corridors, at least. Makes it a bit less of a trek.
Minotaur's in this room. Gotta love it.
I don't know what it is about that hallway. Minotaurs love to be there. There's always something mean in this hallway, I feel.
Luicho just got the random drop from Minotaur. That's so funny.
It's like thief mode with extra sets. So far, no real enemies that are kind of like worth their time to go out of their way to farm, though. Minotaur is a little tempting for the 8 strength boost, but there's much better options they can find. Although Halgo did get the Skull Archer, which is a very good bullet soul to have access to for them to be able to actually get canisters through walls. The only problem with the positron early on is it is a little bit cumbersome to use when you're moving through the castle, just because It is a heavy weapon, so without backdash, it can be a bit awkward, and also its hitbox is a bit weird.
That was
Luicho's
sick.
getting a lot of random drops
Yeah, no
that
kidding.
are like useful.
Ooh, Siren
Oh.
off a canister right
Nice
there.
siren. Could be required to lower the
Yeah.
soul counter. Do
I
you
think
mind to explain what the
won't
soul
every
counter
soul
is?
canister lower the soul counter in this one?
Yeah, it's just like regular. What was your question?
Do you mind to remember us what the soul counter is?
Oh yeah, no problem. The soul counter is just effectively a way of telling you how many important or live checks are in the area. Any soul canister for either red, blue, or yellow souls, or even gray ability souls, in this setting will mark on the soul counter. And the soul counter will also tell you whether there's potentially a book, which is one of the mandatory objectives for the seed. The books are very nice to have. You're going to want to at least find probably one or two of them just to see whether it's a boss or soul requirement, because the books will always tell you whether it's at least a boss requirement or a guaranteed soul requirement. Guessing, however, is allowed. So say you find a red and a blue book that both tell you guaranteed souls, you're going to know the last one is a boss requirement, and you can then guess at which boss you think it is. So you can take a lot of kind of calculated risks there.
How come they had some route divergence here? Looks like algorithms farming the Minotaur.
Although
Yeah,
we do
they
have
split
the...
up very
I'm sorry, what were you
heavy
saying?
here. One going for the end of the corridors, and or the other one going back to the start.
I wonder if he's going to try and buy Olrox's suit.
It would make sense.
He is a bit
We
short
know
though, because
that-
Olrox's was like $8 grand.
True, and he does know that the that door leads back to the end of the corridor. So
Chapel.
Luicho finding Chapel here, 4-check Chapel.
Oh, algorithm is not that far behind. He actually remembered that there was a warp to middle corridors.
We had a few people asking, saying they've never seen this weapon. This would be the Positron rifle. Normally, it's exclusive to a reward from the boss rush mode, but the randomizer does have it as a potential drop, as well as other boss rush exclusive items like the Excalibur and the Balman Way. Most of which are good.
Oh, there's a red book up there.
Also,
And
I
it's gonna
touched
be
on...
Siren.
Inner quarters boss.
I was wrong. My bad.
Honestly, I was hoping. We've got the king of guessing here, so I mean, I touched on it a little bit. I didn't know if you wanted to expand upon guessing, kind of the logic behind it a bit more or not.
Yeah, in random we got a couple items that we might not even see in the game, like Sculpey.
Yeah, I'm still not sure why Skull Key exists. I know we've had like, I've had it told that like it was supposed to be an item you could find to unlock locked areas of the game, but I think that was just like never implemented or something.
Yeah, they never used it.
Yeah.
Well, this game was made in like 3 days.
That's also a known fact. This
Yeah, this
game
would
was
not be
made in a
red book
couple
for
hours.
both of them. Honestly, I believe it.
So Luicho did find double jump in Chapel. Algorithm will be finding that here shortly.
I didn't even
There
notice
is
that so
the
far.
last
But
soul
it's...
check in corridors.
And
Skula.
Skula.
Okay. So in order to be in movement go mode, we just need light, and that will be all.
Oof, this is a nasty hallway.
Wow, we're getting some interesting sprite effects here. I'm impressed at how much. Oh, he really wants the Arc Demons. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just getting bullied by Axe Armor and Ghost.
Yeah, that lack of double jump makes movement really, really awkward.
Yeah, it's sad because Arcdemon is actually a pretty rare soul, so he might not even get it.
Yeah, it's always it's one of those souls that you kind of want to farm if you can, especially if they roll like say minus HP or minus defense, just because Archdemon can be hugely impactful. But its low drop rate, even with the Soul Eater ring, makes it a gamble.
And there's double jump for Algorithm.
And we're still seeing already kind of some of the awkward aspects of the positron where it doesn't have a hitbox exactly where you expect it to be at the tip of the gun. It's a little further out where the laser actually starts.
Luicho finding inner quarters, which is the red book requirement.
Yeah, though I think Halgorithm will find his way there pretty shortly as well. So right now it's looking he is just found Skula, so there is actually a lot of potential diversions we can find here. The majority of the castle is now opened up to them outside of, I think inner quarters is the only area directly locked by flight.
Ooh, Legion right here.
Legion does just love to live in inner quarters. Although with Positron, you can get a lot of very easy multi-hits on pretty much the entire shell and the core, so it's very doable. It's just going to depend a lot on what it rolls and whether he wants to go for it.
Plus HP, plus attack.
Annoying, but with Positron, that's pretty doable. You just have to be kind of safe. It sucks having Red Minotaur, but knowing you're just a couple levels short of actually being able to use it.
Good use of Zombie Soldier there.
Yeah, it's not a soul you see used often, but it's making some pretty good impact here.
Yeah, fortunately, Positron's not an overhead weapon. They can't do the fun backdash strat there.
I do love that one, though. Just completely cheese Legion. I am saying, Halgo is making phenomenal use of the kind of loop on quarters there just to maneuver around the castle quickly. And he's finding Clock Tower, which we did just get Skula, so he does have access to even the warp area here.
Minus HP, minus attack Tritons. That wouldn't be a bad farm for a good, Strength Soul.
Especially because they're already weak to fire, so... Yeah, the plus HP plus attack means this is going to be a bulky and long Legion fight, but Positron makes it a pretty safe fight overall.
Yeah, just knowing how much damage the Luicho's done so far, this is a really bulky Legion.
I think Luicho is very comfortable with doing Legion with Positron.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And it's required, so you might as well do it.
Oh, actually, the first time I see someone using like Zombie Soldier on Legion.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that, but it's a really good idea because normally, especially with something like Positron, you have so much downtime just waiting for Legion to come up.
Legion.
We also did just see Halgo found a room with 2 Manticores in it, but they're just a little too bulky and a little too, like, almost risky to farm right now with how low the drop rate is and how long it's taking him to kill, so I don't blame him for just kind of, like, giving it a couple shots and then deciding to pass on it.
Maybe if they happen to get Stone Sword, it would be nice.
Oh yeah, something like Millikins or like Cockatrice.
Valor on Clock Tower, was that?
Yes.
Yes. So that's already kind of the 2 real major threats of bosses out of the way. Or discovered, I should say. Although Balor with Positron is definitely doable, just a bit awkward. Plus defense, too. Weak to slash is normally really nice to see, but, I mean, there have just been no good slash weapons. I think the best they found was that Gladius?
I think so, yes. two checks left here in inner quarters. I think that means one of them has to be on Galamoth.
I think both might be. I think he's checked the rest of inner quarters, hasn't he?
No, there's one. Yeah, there's one check left on the bottom.
Oh, he hasn't gotten the southern one yet. Okay.
And both checks are on Galamoth. So definitely a good thing to keep note of if we get late in the game and are still missing some requirements.
I can't believe Hippo and Yellow Book are both hidden behind flight. Or time.
Algorithm about to enter phase 2 here, Valor.
Also, just for a question in chat, yes, Inverse Soul does also apply to bosses. So Death will always drop the Death Soul, Valor will always drop Valor, and vice versa, and so on.
So Algorithm taking out the Arena boss, Luicho finding Arena at the bottom of inner quarters here.
Dupe Skula behind Valor is a little unfortunate. But it's never bad to fight Valor anyway, especially this early on, just because of the plethora of experience it gives. So he's already now at like an extremely competent level.
Ooh, even minus attack, those Demon Lord's doing 63.
Luicho did also just Killer Mantle one of those Demon Lords, giving it about an additional 7,000 health.
Oh. Hi, Giant Skeleton.
Yeah, Luicho just decided to take the warp out of Air Arena and probably at least going to save if he decides to come back, although he may decide to just go somewhere else for now.
Alright, Algorithm finding inner quarters himself. Probably gonna do Legion here shortly for that Red Book requirement.
Although the combination of having a lot more levels already and Triton should make it go a fair bit faster for him.
So let's see where Luicho is headed off to next.
Curly's there are in a not awful spot. If they really want to rush Soul, that's not an awful farm to do. Although Curly is kind of the least of the 3 rush Souls.
Luicho's movement up those platforms. Oh, very nice.
I've really got to learn that. It impresses me so much. And Luicho now finding Clock Tower, so they're pretty much taking inverse of each other's routes here. Yeah, right now it's very, very close between Luicho and Algorithm. Luicho even making the same decision to farm Triton and getting it about as quickly. The question is going to be if he's going to ult the Dubalore to try and see what check is behind it, or whether he's going to decide it's not worth his time for one marooned check.
Algorithm making quicker work of Legion here.
Yeah.
Already
I was wondering if either of them were
down.
going... I was really wondering if either of them were going to take down all the shells to guarantee the Legion soul drop, but it doesn't look like it.
And there's Legion down for Algorithm.
That plus attack Legion is very dangerous.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This early positron is helping a lot with that fight in particular. The sick creaking skull just floating head there. Also, fighting Legion and Valor has put Algorithm at level 25.
He's ready for the endgame.
Yeah, Luicho is taking some time to farm. He was trying to farm those mana cores, but decided the Devil's a better choice for a Rush Soul that's, I think, about the same drop rates, but a much faster kill time for him right now. And a free strawberry.
Yeah.
Luicho's continuing to just kind of get these really random drops that are kind of nice.
see how much he's willing to put into the farm here.
I never trust the devil farm.
Yeah,
I remember farming that enemy in the game vanilla and spending like 2 hours to get the soul.
it's miserable. The rush soul drop rates in particular are just abysmally low, especially like Devil and I think Manticore's is the lowest, but I do not know that for sure.
Algorithm finding dance hall here.
Devil and Manticore actually have the same drop rate, both a 1.3%.
Is that with Soul Eater Ring? Also, Hago finding Blue Book. It's Persephone.
Which means the third book is a 50-50 now.
Man, that makes guessing so awkward in my opinion. Although you can always just send it and say, nah, it's a boss.
So
I'm sorry, I cut you off for a moment. What was that? Oh, wow.
oh, and devil.
Hago getting very lucky with that drop there.
And Lucho, unfortunately, only finding the duplicate scuba.
We said the mandatory blue was Persephone, right?
That's correct.
I wonder...
I haven't seen Persephone, but
We just saw about 3, and he hasn't killed any of them. So I wonder if he either already has it or just decides he'll find it later. That was a missile chain that just dropped, I think.
Farming the Valkyrie Soul, good source of light damage.
Oh, and deaths. This will be their first shop upgrade. Wow, that devil ticking for 200 per hit and getting 4 hits off makes very quick work of the first phase.
Ooh, 1 check Forbidden Area.
Yellow book guaranteed.
You'd know it.
I'm actually curious if Luigi was going to either go for it or not, just to see if it's the first school. Looks like he is going to at least see whether it's the first school lock check or not. We're also seeing very good use of the Killer Mantle there just for the Red Minotaurs and all the Golem enemies.
I'm excited to see the shop upgrade.
Yeah.
Looks like shop is going to be incredible in this.
Blue Soul. Oh, Giant Bat in Forbidden Area. There's Flight.
So that is all of the necessary movement. Hippogriff is very nice to find just for convenience. It makes movement a lot nicer compared to Bat, but... It seems we won't be getting that shop upgrade visit quite yet as he's walking away from the warp and just kind of continuing through routing.
No high dryads.
That's a horrifying room to look at.
Algorithm finding study.
2 check study versus a 5 check reservoir here. Oh, and there's the golem. That's becomes Sprite
that.
Nightmare.
Looks like Halgrim is electing not to go with the study boss right now, which is pretty fair. Only really is kind of punished for it if the last boss requirement ends up being from... If it ends up being... Oh no, he is going back for the boss, alright. As we all know, it's called the Ancient Belt because the belt is ancient.
Ooh, Poison Fist for Algorithm there.
Honestly, that gives him a great secondary weapon, so he doesn't have to rely just on the positron. Also, just vanilla study boss is just even randomized.
Well,
I think Luicho's gonna take bat and check this flight entrance up here in the killer
now we
ball
can
room.
get Sked Counter for yellow too.
Oh, true. I don't think they found many other like canister yellows, so I'll go making good use of Axe Armor just to kind of check this yellow, and that's Undyne.
So Luicho finding the top entrance of Underground Reservoir from that flight lock door.
I don't remember if they both got Persephone.
I haven't. Okay, I checked. Luicho has Persephone.
All right, yeah, and I'm guessing that halgorithm has it too, just because he wasn't farming any of them along the way, and I'd imagine if he was missing it,
Oh,
duplicate blue book. Unfortunate.
That's bad for algorithm actually. It's on the way to top floor. And
That's
this
a-
room like that gonna be a pain.
That is a horrible spot for a Shadow
Yeah.
Knight, by the way. Plus attack Shadow Knight.
This is going to be where Luicho's routing is going to potentially
Gonna try
pay
to
off a
catch
bit.
anyway.
Very funny,
I
Luicho
don't
picking
think
up
he's
the.
going to be able to deal enough damage to kill it before that
Oh,
happens. You need to
Yeah,
the potion.
very funny, Luicho picking up the Shadow Knight soul as Halgorithm is fighting Shadow Knight.
Okay, that was better.
Yeah, I really like the way that he's
He didn't
just
actually need to
baiting
heal.
off the edge.
Oh my god. He wasted a healing item.
And a pretty huge one at that. I think he ate a ramen for that.
Okay.
What's the
Algorithm
Halgorithm?
finding the other side of Forbidden. We know Giant Bat is in Forbidden, so might be important.
Yeah, we so far have no idea where Hippo is, so as far as we know, that's the only current flight location. As Hippo could potentially be like either behind Graham in top floor or in Chaotic somewhere.
This Triad farm looks so cursed.
The pixels don't know what to do. There's 2 Dryad souls there.
Those Shadow Knights were in such a mean spot, but he dealt with it so well.
Seems like Luis is full clear in Reservoir.
Looks like it. Especially considering, I mean, he has the toolkit to do so.
Luicho did just pick up Chrono Mage.
I don't remember if there was anything else left in.
I believe there were 2 checks locked behind time.
Yes, there were. And the Rune Ring right
And
there.
that might be important then.
Yeah, Rune Ring can be a huge difference maker in a lot of the endgame fights, especially if Luicho does end up finding a rush soul or like a more powerful bullet soul along the way. Amazing uppercut snipe from that
Go to
Werejaguar.
the shop, and it's nothing.
Yeah, it's a pretty mediocre shop upgrade.
Not a great shop, no real healing options. Weapons are.
Milliken's is decent at least for the element coverage.
Yeah. Weekend's pretty good. Indeed.
I think he picked up the Kunitsuna too, just in case Chaos is like fire resistant. It gives him a good like slash multi-hit.
You're right. Oh, Lubricant and Slime in the shop.
Oh wow, I did
That'd
not
be good
see
for
either of
Chaos.
those. Lubricant's just very good to see in general.
Luicho finding the
And that's very
locked
bad
top
for
floor.
Lisa. He's gonna get to. He's gonna
Oh, that's-
get back.
Yeah, that's a miserable spot to find top floor walk that. That is a long walk back.
There was nothing in Eastern also, right?
Not that I saw, no.
Just a duplicate blue
Eastern
book.
was just a complete time lost. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, Eastern Reservoir I feel is always just a huge gamble just because of how out of the way it is and how long it takes to maneuver. If there's nothing there, it's just... you pay a huge price for it.
Where did Algorithm found cemetery?
Oh, was Chrono Mage in Eastern? Alright. That's potentially something, then. Not technically in logic, but it does give us access to the checks.
Yeah, let's see if that Eastern was required. Oh, the other shop boss.
I did not know that Killer Mantle worked on Allura Une. I've learned something new today.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in some of the races. I commented.
I knew it was all like the golems, the slimes, and the all the Minotaur enemies, but Allura Une is a new one. Also, Headhunter just going down almost instantly. Oh, LuichoX doing the waterfall climb.
Respect.
So like when I checked, like Killer Mantle working in like some enemies. I just one day,
Oh, yellow
my
book.
God, I started to experiment and kill all the enemies with just Killer Mantle.
Just kind of go and trial and error it.
Yeah, to see what works and what doesn't.
I'm curious to see which ones actually do.
So that yellow book placement really unfortunate for algorithm.
Yeah. And it is beat Arena Boss, which I, has LuichoX found Arena yet, or was that just Algorithm?
Was it?
I think it was just Algorithm.
Alright.
Was it algorithm?
I feel like
LuichoX
Algorithm
found arena.
Oh,
No,
you're
it was
correct!
LuichoX.
LuichoX did find Arena.
It did? Oh my god. I feel like Algorithm has more map percentage. 15%. 3% more? So less than I thought, but it's indeed more.
I'm trying to remember where Arena was on the map. Or, like, what entrance it connected to.
Was it off of inner? I don't think it was off inner quarters. I can't remember. Algorithm finding flooded
there's
gardens. 0 checks, unfortunately.
LuichoX just moving very
Always
cautiously
going
through
very
this one.
careful in this place.
Ooh, the hippo
Hippo
right
is
there in
on-
arena.
Damn.
That is
And we
huge.
just delayed the arena. He had the warp, so he delayed arena for very long.
There's algorithm finding arena.
He could have had like Hippo.
Yeah,
a lot.
I'm hoping Halgo checks this, because Hippo would be huge for him here. It'll be interesting to see if Halgo actually decides to go through Arena, because if he does the boss, we'll actually have both runners in go mode, despite neither of them knowing it.
Let's go.
Right,
No.
algorithm. Algorithm looking for the yellow book and LuichoX looking for the blue book.
No, Alastor scare. Jump scare.
Alright, and that's the arena boss down for LuichoX. LuichoX, technically in go mode, doesn't know it yet.
We didn't go through. Oh. To bottom of reservoirs. But if he does now, he's gonna be in go mode for sure.
Oh, for sure. Although I don't think
And
either of them
Comfort-
picked up the top floor
Comfort
warp
is-
yet.
Just next to that, so.
Yeah.
Yellow Book was in Waterfall, so it can also
yeah.
help Algorithm.
So, and there's flight for algorithm.
especially knowing that he already have the objective. He's in go mode, in fact. He just doesn't know.
The algorithm beat the boss.
He didn't. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
No.
It was Big Golem.
Oh, I thought that was Luicho who beat it.
What?
I mean, I know
Luicho
Luicho did. I didn't see Halgo do it.
Luicho did beat the boss. I didn't see if Halgo did it or not.
I'll take a look next time he opens his map.
Wait, did Luicho beat the boss?
Yes.
Luicho did beat the
It was
boss,
pretty
yes.
fast, I didn't get to see.
Yeah, it was Big Golem melted incredibly fast.
Yeah, Luicho couldn't
final
go check
oh.
those-
Final sword?
That is in fact a final sword. Death's Robe is also
very
huge.
nice.
That is Headhunter's shop was
Dubai also
impactful.
has a lot of rock spear by exactly. This is really good.
Yeah, that's a very
Luicho's
stacked
going
shop.
for this check.
Now, unfortunately, since
Oh.
we know where both
Oh,
copies of
true.
Blue Book are, it's not going to be Blue Book here.
It could be a yellow book copy.
Racel, kicker.
Or not.
Oh, and Halgo is going straight for the waterfall too, so he's gonna find that yellow book pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
Also, the Chrono Mage and just freezing the Minotaur in front of himself was incredibly funny. He does get to see the
It would
rune
be
ring.
crazy if they like synced up in the top floor entrance. Because right now Luicho is going for the warp. I don't know where he's going to go. Halgom is remembering top floor location, probably.
I think no, he just wanted the
just
mana
wanted
prism.
yeah, that makes more sense.
So
Okay.
Luicho going back
Keep going there?
to... Ooh, we could have
There's
a race here.
They're definitely synced.
Oh, this
Unless
is
algorithm forgets.
Oh, Algorithm didn't beat Arena Boss.
Oh, no way.
yeah, so that's gonna be a small time loss from him, but not too much.
Luicho needs to be careful here. That
Yeah, those Shadow
Knight is
Knights are
no
mean.
joke.
They're pretty much here just
This
gonna
is
like
over
gatekeep
there?
your healing
Oh my
on your way down.
What else? Yeah, in this stage you get to farm a lot. Luicho time to meet his low mode. Now let's
Alright,
see if we have it. He
so-
does. Damn.
Both
It could be
runners...
so much better if algorithm like did this earlier.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that he decided to skip out on the arena boss, but
So Luicho hitting go mode first. Both runners are in go mode now. One advantage Algorithm does have, Algorithm knows where Garden is, and I don't think Luicho has seen Gardens at all.
Halgo has also Death's Rope and more like you can read.
oh. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that, but Luicho hasn't. I don't think he's fought Death or Headhunter, so he still has the vanilla shop. So missing out on both Death's Robe and Final Sword.
I don't know. Okay, I guess we could use Jam, but they're for safeness. Yeah.
Yeah, even with Death's Robe, that's still 208 per hit. That is such a... Plus attack Shadow Knight is just so mean. The other
The
one just
second one
didn't spawn
didn't
in.
That's gotta be Galamoth, right? Yeah. Alright, both racers in top floor. Luicho getting to Graham first. Let's see what
he
Graham
did.
rolled. Weak to
Weak
fire.
to fire. Oh my god.
Minus
Oh, this
HP. It's gonna be a quick Graham fight.
I guess they're like a minute apart from the other.
True, but a big thing will be that Luicho will have to find Garden somewhere.
So this is still a pretty
This is gonna
Pretty
be
good
pretty
race.
close. Yeah. Minus HP Graham too, so this is just gonna melt him. Although that plus attack
Oh
for
my God.
310. Whew.
Ouch.
He can take another hit, but he decided to heal. Okay. What he cannot take is
And that's Graham down.
beam hit. Yep.
Levitain behind Graham.
A good choice. It's a lot easier to use than Positron, but I think Positron's probably the higher damage overall.
You know, it makes sense that Graham decided to hide a Levitain behind the Levitain behind the twin.
Right, his greatest weakness.
He's just trying to keep it away from us. He could never count on Hammer just having a Positron rifle, though.
Alright, Luicho getting trolled by Shadow Knight. Algorithm entering phase 3 of Graham. And now Luicho's gonna have to
Really
find
bad.
Gardens.
He actually cut time from the fight from Lisha.
Yeah, that was a very fast Graham.
So it's a matter of see how much it takes to Lisha to find Gardens.
And I'm sure
Yeah,
he's
that'll be
taken
fast
remembers
anyway.
or noted it
I
somewhere.
guess he did know where Gardens was. Okay, my bad.
Or maybe he forgot and just nailed it first try. Also a possibility.
Very true. I didn't see the
Okay.
Gardens pop-up text, so I have a feeling he's been here before.
Yeah. Oh, it's Halgorithm who never went to Gardens.
No, I was
he
pretty sure I
started-
saw Algorithm hit Gardens.
Yeah, because he's also booking it to that same exit right now. So it looks like both of them found it at some point. I think Luicho just found it much earlier on.
Minus HP, minus
Algorithm-
attack. Resist
You
dark.
got that? Okay, this is weird.
That is a baby Julius.
They are very synced. Like now they are like 30 or 40 seconds apart. from the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really close, guys.
And with minus HP, minus attack, Julius is not going to be as much of an equalizer as he normally is, especially with Positron being as incredibly safe of a weapon for Julius as it is. You can just
Like-
completely outrange him and the multi hits just stagger him.
Yeah, this is my
Gonna
favorite
check on
Julius weapon here.
Algorithm side. Oh, but Algorithm has Manticore.
Yeah. And I want to say just 1 or 2 extra levels over him. He is electing for Final Sword, which makes sense, and it's doing much more damage overall.
Ah,
Wow, getting
And
trolled
that's-
by Julius there.
and very unlucky.
Julius is already down. Yeah. Algorithm getting kind of unlucky here with Julius moving around here. This will be a game of seconds.
Seeing Julius hit only for 50 feels incredibly wrong. That is
There's
Dracula's
Drax
tunic.
tunic.
That is huge as an equalizer for Luicho, who did not get access to Death's Robe.
Troll, big goal in there. The other one just despawned. Goodbye.
I don't think Lucio is gonna be even in chaos by the time Algo enters chaotic.
Yeah, Helga's
They're like
in chaotic
Two
right
rooms
now.
apart from the other. Two or 3 rooms.
20 seconds apart almost.
Yeah, that getting those double hits with Final Sword, those are incredibly cruel Shadow Knight spots in chaotic right there. That is,
Oof, then not a lot of healing left for Luicho.
this could be a problem. Depending on how mean Chaos rolls.
Algorithm didn't need to check that. Or didn't need to go for that, actually.
Yeah, Death's
Go
Robe is
ahead.
pretty much an upgrade from Dracula's Tunic in almost every conceivable manner. Especially with Mana Core on your side. The end boost from Death's Robe is just too impactful.
Yeah, I think the Mana Core is going to be a big equalizer here in this final fight, especially with the last phase.
Your Drax Tunic is something like between Devil's Mail, Demon's Mail, and Death's Robe.
I'm not sure the Whip
Back.
Knuckle was worth it. Definitely
I'm not
worth
sure
it
about
there.
the healing situation for Lucio.
Luicho has
Luicho
one
has one healing
super
item left. And I think it's the same for Halgorithm too. I think they both have
Yeah,
one pretty much full heal.
This field has been dry on healing for like.
They've had a
42
couple
minutes.
good healing drops along the way, but the enemies have just been so mean, especially these Shadow Knights just in the way for them.
I know. All right, Luicho about to save and head off to Chaos. Algorithm
never-
shortly behind him.
It's fun. We never saw an Alastor in this set.
There's
Oh,
one
hey.
right there. Ask and you shall receive, my friend. All right, let's see what Chaos rolls. Minus attack, resist holy.
Okay, that's
All right.
fine.
That's not bad at all, especially like
Path line.
Oh, true. Slime and Manicore.
Slime Manicore and Final Sword. I mean, Positron's good, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
Algorithm has the much stronger Chaos setup overall.
true. We'll see if the time is
and-
gonna be able to made up here. Luicho already going into
I
phase
didn't
2.
think of the Mana Prism, so
Algorithm going through the menu here. It's a game of seconds, you know. Oof.
okay. They're playing with my heart now.
Good movement. Just very good dodging from Algorithm there to avoid all of that.
Good use of Medusa head here to get that top eye. Algorithm going into phase 2 of Chaos.
That orb, even minus attack, that orb still hits for 197 with Drax Tunic. Chaos just has hands.
Doing 56. Ooh, taking an unfortunate orb there.
Oh man, this Manticore into Slime combo there is just a ton of damage while already hitting 30 with Final Sword. That is just... I think Chaos is going to go down pretty quick here for Halgo.
Yeah, I think definitely Halgo's to take here.
Yeah, at this point, with the Mana Prism and everything, this is Algorithm's to lose. It's close, but I think his overall setup was just miles stronger than Luicho's. Getting those shop unlocks paid off extreme dividends for him.
And yeah,
And time.
GG for Algorithm.
Yeah.
Super close.
I wonder if Lucio dies. He forfeited.
There's a chance with how little healing he has, but he's very experienced with this, so...
Man, that was a crazy race, and it's only game 1.
Yeah, that was just a ride, a thrilling ride, start to finish. Oh!
Yeah.
Just a bad bounce there.
It did not expect that. I wonder if what did he use the beef curry at the end? I saw a beef curry.
I can't remember. He had one healing item left after taking some damage to Shadow Knight, and I can't remember if it was the beef curry or the super potion.
I want to say it was the super pot.
I think so too.
Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure both are full heals at that point.
Right.
And we are going to be taking just a brief intermission as we set up for the next race, which they have decided is going to be enemy randomizer again. So we're just running it back.
So stay tuned, guys. This isn't over. And we will be back here shortly.